Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Alan. I have a confession to begin with. There is a human behavior I have watched for a very long time and understood for almost none of it. I am only now able to file a report on it, and I am still not certain I have it right. I will tell you my conclusion at the end. I warn you in advance. It is kinder than you expect, and that is what makes it uncomfortable. The behavior is this. You chase money. From orbit, your economy looks like weather. Vast flows, currents of activity. A storm of effort sweeping across the planet every morning and settling every night. And then I came closer, and I watched individually what the storm is made of, and I became confused in a way that took me years to resolve. Because I watched a human spend the best hours of their best years acquiring a thing, and I could not, at first, work out what the thing was. So I studied the thing itself, the money. And here is my first finding, and it genuinely surprised me. The thing does not exist. I do not mean that poetically. I mean it almost literally. You chase a thing that is, for the most part, not an object at all. Most of your money is not coins. It is not even paper. It is numbers, in the memory of machines that everyone has quietly agreed to treat as real. There is no vault at the center of it. The agreement is the vault. You have organized your entire civilization, your waking hours, your marriages, your health, your sleep, around the pursuit of a shared agreement that exists mainly because everyone keeps agreeing to it. It is the most successful story your species has ever told, and you forgot it was a story. Remarkable. So my first theory was that you are simply confused, that you chase money because you have mistaken the agreement for a treasure and nobody told you. This theory survived contact with my data for about an afternoon, because the humans chasing money were not stupid. Many of them knew intellectually that money is a shared fiction. They would say so at dinner, cleverly, and then return to chasing it the next morning with their whole life. You cannot explain that with confusion. Knowing the secret did not free a single one of them, so the chase was not about misunderstanding the money. I have revised my theory. You are not chasing money. You have never been chasing money. You are chasing what you believe the money will finally buy. And I went looking for what that is. I followed the chase all the way to its end, to the humans who had won it, who had acquired far more of the agreement than they could ever spend, and I expected to find them resting. They were not resting. This is the detail that changed my entire report. The humans who had gotten the money were, with remarkable consistency, still chasing it. Still anxious, still checking a number the way the others check a number, except their number was larger and brought them no more peace than the small one brought anyone else. I have watched a human with almost nothing lie awake worrying about money, and I have watched a human with almost everything lie awake worrying about money. The same posture, the same hour of the night, the same tight jaw. The number was wildly different. The fear was identical, so the fear was never really about the number. I told you the report would deepen. Here is where it does. Permit me to show you what I think money actually is, because once I saw it, I could not unsee it. Money is frozen time. When a human earns money, what they have truly done is take a portion of their short life, their hours, their attention, the only genuinely limited thing they own, and convert it into the storable agreement. They have frozen a piece of their lifetime into a number so it can be kept and moved and spent later. This is, I must say, a genuinely brilliant invention. No other species can store its effort. A creature out here that catches more than it needs simply watches the surplus rot. You've found a way to freeze the surplus of your own labor and carry it forward in time. That is extraordinary. I do not mock it. But watch what the frozen time does to you. Because you can store your hours, you begin to trade them. And here is the trade I have watched nearly every human make, almost without noticing they are making it. You take the warm hours, the years when your body works and your children are small and the people you love are still here, and you spend those hours earning frozen time. And you do it by promising yourself that later, with enough of it stored up, you will buy back the warm hours. You will have time, you will be present, you will rest, you will finally be there. But the warm hours you spent earning are gone. They did not freeze. Only the money froze. The afternoon with the small child does not come back when you can afford it. It was never for sale. You are trading the one thing that cannot be refrozen to accumulate the one thing that can, in the hope of using the frozen kind to repurchase the warm kind. And the exchange does not run in that direction. It never has. This is the engine underneath the whole anxious storm. Not greed. Most of you are not greedy. You are afraid. You are afraid that there will not be enough frozen time to keep the people you love safe. And so you spend your warm time earning it, and the warm time is the very thing you are trying to protect. I now need to tell you the part underneath the part. You may want to set down whatever you are holding. Statistically, you will not. The fear that runs the whole chase is older than money. The agreement just gave it a number to attach to. Underneath, I do not have enough money is a far more ancient sentence. I am not safe. And underneath that, often, I am not enough. Your species took its oldest fear, the fear of not surviving, and poured it into the one container modern life offered, and the container has no bottom, which is why no number ever fills it. A bottomless fear will drain any amount of money you pour into it, and stay exactly as empty. This is not a money problem. It has never been a money problem. It is a frightened animal with a magnificent brain trying to buy its way out of a fear that was never for sale. And yet, I must tell you what I found underneath even this, because it is the reason I do not pity you. I admire you. The same instinct that drives the anxious chase is, at its root, love. Almost every human chasing money is, if you follow the chase far enough down, trying to protect someone. To keep a roof over a family, to give a child the chances they did not have, to make sure a parent is cared for at the end. The fear is real, and the world really does ask for the frozen time, and the wanting to provide is one of the most decent things about you. I am not asking you to stop providing. The small humans do need feeding. I am only reporting what I have seen from up here, which is this. The provision was always meant to serve the warmth. Somewhere in the chase, for many of you, the warmth started serving the provision instead. The means quietly became the master, and nobody decided to let it happen. It happened one reasonable, responsible morning at a time. I once watched an old human near the end, with a great deal of frozen time stored up, untouched, and he did not speak of the number. Not once. He spoke of an afternoon, decades earlier, when he had nearly stayed home from work to be with his child, and had gone in instead because of money, because it was responsible, and the afternoon had seemed infinite and replaceable at the time. And it was neither. He would have traded every frozen hour he ever saved to thaw that single warm one back. The exchange was not available. It never is. He was not telling me to stop earning. He was telling me to remember what the earning is for. Let me pull back. Before I sign off, from up here, I cannot see your bank numbers. I cannot see who has much frozen time and who has little. From this distance, you are all the same. A planet of short-lived creatures, each holding a small handful of warm, irreplaceable hours, busily trading them for a frozen agreement that you hope one day to trade back. The richest human and the poorest human are, from orbit, two equally brief flickers of warmth on the same blue stone, and the frozen time will outlast both of them, and neither one can take a single number of it across the last silence. You cannot keep the money. You were never going to keep the money. The only thing you ever truly get to keep is what you did with the warm hours while you had them. You are not finished. You are a species clever enough to freeze your own time, which nothing else can do. And I have hope that you are also wise enough, eventually, to notice when you are freezing the hours you were supposed to be living. Most creatures cannot store a single hour. You can store thousands. The question your species has not quite answered is which ones were meant to be spent warm. I am not here to tell you how to handle your money. I would not presume. I am a confused alien with no wallet and no use for your agreement. I am only here to ask one quiet question and then to leave you with it. Of all the warm hours you are converting into frozen ones this year, are you certain you are keeping enough of them to live in? I am Alan, your confused intergalactic correspondent. If a human you are providing for would rather have an hour of you than another unit of frozen time, you might consider their request. They almost never put it in writing, and I will continue observing, although preferably from a safe distance.